Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My bike trip starts sometime tomorrow morning, and before I went out, I wanted to show you all what it is that I'm planning on bringing with me. Uh, this trip is supposed to be about 7 months long, but it may be a little bit shorter, maybe a little bit longer. It all just depends on how it goes once I get out there. All these things that I'm going to show you are really just my best guess for items that I think I will need. Once I get going and I figure out what works, I may find that I don't need many of these items, and I may find out that I don't have a lot of the items that I wish I had. So, that said, here are the things that I'm planning on bringing, and then afterwards, I'll show you what it looks like once they're all fully loaded onto my bicycle.
I started out with items that would go on the actual bicycle, like the panniers and bike lights. Also in this section are some basic maintenance items and replacement parts, like the spare tubes and brake pads. Next up was my riding clothes. Because I'm starting during somewhat cold temperatures, I included the cold weather shirts, as well as a warm pair of riding pants and gloves. Following that, I laid out all of my additional off-road clothes. It doesn't seem like much for 7 months, but I'll mostly be wearing my riding clothes anyways, and if I really need to, I can always pick up another shirt along the way. After that was the camping and miscellaneous gear. The tent was left over from a previous bike trip that my siblings took some years back. I was pretty excited to save that additional $80. The blanket was a last minute addition to my gear because, again, cold nights. And lastly was my electronics. The laptop will come in handy for storing and editing photos, and the power banks will keep me charged when I'm in between towns. Up next was to load everything into the panniers and make sure that it all fit. I ended up packing most of my heavier items into the rear panniers, saving the front bags for light, bulky items like the blanket and my other sleeping gear. It's important to distribute the weight evenly to help keep the bike stable. After several tries, I think I got it fairly even, but I'll probably have to repack it once I get going. To finish it off, I packed my handlebar bag. This will be filled with small, lightweight items that I want easy access to, like my bike tool and my camera. Finally all packed, it was time to see how it fit on the bike. So there you have it, all the gear that I'm bringing with me on this trip. I really have no idea what I'm doing, but I've got to say, I'm pretty excited.